Hey, how's it going, everybody? This is just a quick overview of your ICANN sheets and your bell ringers to start the class period in case you missed the first couple days and you can catch up on it. If you notice, every single packet that you get is going to have this beginning sheet in the front. It's going to look something like this. It'll start off with your ICANN statement, which aligns to the North Carolina Standard Course of Study or the Essential Standards for Earth Science and what we hope that you're going to be able to accomplish this year. There's a list of ICANNs that you can find here at the top of the sheet here. These will also be posted in the back of the classroom each class period and will align to what we are either doing that day, what we have done the previous day, or what we'll be doing very, very shortly. So you can see all of these here that correspond to that. Beneath that, usually you will find the vocabulary that pertains to the small little module, I guess you could call it, that we'll be doing an undertaking for that unit. Some units are split up into 1, 2, or 3 ICANN sheets, but those will be located at different points throughout the packet. While I don't require you to write down all of the vocabulary, I strongly encourage you to know all of these words, as these words will be seen throughout the unit and throughout the rest of the year, and most of them you will see again in your scientific career. It is very beneficial that you know all of these words. Science is like another language, and it is very tough when you do not understand the vocabulary of that language. Beneath that, you'll find common misconceptions that have to do with the unit that we're in. For example, this unit, the first unit that we'll be covering is the introduction, environmental law, cartography, things like that. So you'll see a misconception here is a model is always three-dimensional, which is just not true. You can have a two-dimensional model or other things of that nature. This is just a quick reminder that I can check bell ringers at all times. I do not have to wait for your packet to be turned in. As I scroll down here, it'll look a little bit different in your packet, as it'll either be on the back or on the next page of your packet. This is what your bell ringer sheet will look like. Every day when you walk into class, there will be a bell ringer that is on the board. It is your job to copy that bell ringer into the box underneath bell ringer. Notice here there are 10 boxes, each corresponding with a bell ringer number. Bell ringer 1.1, bell ringer 1.2, and so on and so forth. On the board, it will correspond to the same bell ringer. You'll see 1.1, you'll see 1.2, all the way up to, I believe, 7.6 is the last one of the year. I apologize for that. You can't always control when the speaker decides it's going to go off. However, back to what we were saying, it is your job to copy down the bell ringer on this side. So for example, let's say the bell ringer was, I don't know, something to do with environmental law. On the board it said, write down 3 ways that environmental law has impacted your life. I would write that on this side, and on this side I would answer the question. So whatever I have to answer the question to, in my case, clearly something profound, as I teach the subject. Once you have that, you will continue to answer it, so on and so forth, down the list. And normally these will be turned in when you turn in the packet, but I will periodically spot check these and give you grades for them. I strongly recommend that you keep up with these, as you are now in high school. It is your responsibility to follow up with your work. You are becoming an adult. You need to take responsibility for your work, and thusly you will fill these in each day. Like I said, you need to write down what is on the board here and answer here. Alright, I will cover this in class. If you have any questions, feel free to always ask me.